So you should have received your kit in the mail. This is really, really super cute. It's the Butt Bunny door hanger or wall hanger. And I'm gonna use the box today just to kind of show you guys what you can do. You can actually probably just unfold it right here to flatten out your box. And now you kind of have a workstation that you can utilize. I'm gonna go ahead and get my painter's tape. And I'll put it on the side here. And this is just gonna be for the small pieces. So I'm gonna start dismantling. I'll put my high. This tag is large enough that I'll just place it over. Here's the tail. These little tiny flowers we would want to keep together. They're probably going to be painted the same color anyway. And then the carrots. Same idea. They're probably going to be painted very similar. And the tape just helps keep my parts from shifting around. I'm going to run another piece of tape. The feet, the main pieces I can put to the side, and the hearts and the pads of the feet can be together. They're probably going to be all the same color. I'm just going to place on top. So now we're down to the board. I'm going to do Higgins Lake to this line. I'm filling the whole thing in, but we know wherever you see the scoring, we're probably going to fill in with an object. So I'll let you decide how much paint you want to use. I just find it easier just to cover the whole thing. But if you want to save on your paint, like you don't have to do in that bunny area. And you can just kind of go around the outskirts here. And then once I have my paint on, I kind of just pass through. You can mist a little water if you want. The water just helps keep your paint movable, and it takes out any brush marks. So I'm going to put this aside to dry. This is going to be like a wood basket or a wood wall of some kind. And then we're going to go in with some chocolate. I'm going to use the same dabber. You can change yours out if you'd like. So it's going to probably change the color of my chocolate a little bit. And then I'm going to take a baby wipe and wipe it back. I'm going to get more like a stained look. I'm going to put that aside to dry. I'm going to go with some smoky quartz in the body of the bunny. Okay, so that's in the smoky quartz. And then I'm going to do the pads of the feet also in the smoky quartz. So now I'm gonna go in with Mandarina on the carrots. And then I'm gonna go in with some dry thyme. The dry thyme, you may wanna grab an art brush. It may make it a little bit easier. Or you could put a piece of tape if you feel like your hand is not steady enough. And I'm just kind of cutting across and then filling in with the dry thyme. So now I'm going to go in with some snow owl with the tail. Then I'm going to do the tag also in the white. Guys, the paint is really your personal preference. You can either go in heavy. I've been kind of favoring going in a little lighter and just allowing that scoring to kind of dingy up my paint a little bit. So I've been just going with the one coats. You know, unless it's like red or black where you can clearly see that, you know, you didn't use enough paint. Hit the flowers. And the snow owl. Okay. And while I have the wet paint, the white paint, I'm going to go around the edges of my carrot with that subtle white. You notice I'm not adding any new paint. Then I'm going to go to the feet and I'm going to do the same thing. Just kind of hit that edge with a very dry pad here. You can get inside these little circles where the pads are going to go, and the heart. Guys, don't overthink it. And then I kind of, it's a very dry application. Is I'm going to go to my gray dabber and I'm going to hit the gray around the edge of the tail. And go back in with the white till I'm getting the look that I want. And I just wanted and I'm going to go around the edge of the tag with the gray. Okay. Now, The high, I'm gonna hit with the chocolate. Okay, now, I'm gonna take a little bit of the Republic Red, very little bit, and mix it in with my Snow Owl to create this pink. And that's what I'm gonna hit the hearts and the pads with. Okay, very, very easy. So now I'm gonna take an art brush, something small, and either grab the pink or the orange and do the center of my daisies. Okay. And now, at this point, we are ready to glue everything together. You want to make sure all your pieces are very dry so you have no adhesion issues. So I'm going to go back to this platform. I should glue this piece down first. And you received your glue in the mail. The top of my glue broke, so I'm using an art brush to put my glue on. And with these parts, when they're large like this, I want to make sure that I'm getting the glue around the edge and then in the center. Okay. I think I'm going to go around. I want to make this edge a little darker. Okay. That's just a personal preference. You can do as much or as little as you want. So now I'm going to go in with my bunny. And again, guys, you do not need a lot of glue. You could probably just do dots with your little glue thing that you have. I just like to go around the edge and then do a little bit in the center. Okay. I'm going to kind of hover. And you just want to make sure you're meeting the lines. And then I'm going to take the large carrot. On both sides. Okay. And again, I would probably just try to do a dot on each petal and then something in the center. Then I'm gonna make a plan with the feet, make sure you got the right foot on the right side. And then I'm gonna lay them down. Again, you just wanna hit all the points. Now, if you're gonna hang this where it's gonna be exposed to the elements outside, you're gonna wanna put a little bit of Elmer's glue on mostly your larger pieces. So I would probably put these, the crazy glue up here and then maybe hit some Elmer's glue. You don't want them mingling with each other. You just want to have it somewhere on your pieces. Okay. Now for the inside of the pads, I just put the glue right inside the pad and then drop it in. Drop it in. You may want to try your piece first to make sure you have the right side. And then drop it in. Okay, very easy. So I'm going to go to my tag. And I'm going to put the glue, not too much. And then drop it down. Okay. And then you can put your flowers kind of wherever you want. I'm going to put two of the large ones. I'm gonna kind of put mine close to the seams. Kind of take your eye away from they don't have to be perfect on both sides, guys. Okay? So this is what we got. I'm very happy with this. I think he's adorable. So then the tag is kind of like up to you. You could incorporate the tag in your jute up here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. However, I would still glue it down first. You know, but you can really put the tag wherever you want. I'm giving you ideas, but there's no right or wrong. This is your craft, your sign, and you make it the way you want to make it look. So I'm just gonna lay it where I know I could put a piece of jute. And hang. And I'm just gonna take this, you can get these right at the Dollar Tree, or you can get the Sharpies. So I'm just gonna kind of make a line. It's kind of a metallic white. And I'm just creating these lines. And they just really bring interest to your project. So on the carrot, you could just go down one side, maybe a little on the other. You could accentuate the greenery on the carrot by just making these small little lines. This marker is going to work better if you do this before you do your top coat. I'm going to take a little black on a brush. I'm not looking for anything perfect. I'm just going to kind of accentuate the lines in this wood. You can even use a Q-tip. And either want to kind of like rub it in. Kind of smooth it out. Okay. What I'm going to do with my hanger, you guys can do whatever you choose. I'm going to go in this way and out where the tag is. If you put your tag in the same place as mine. Okay. Then you're not going to need a lot of this. I'm gonna put a knot that lands right at the tag. So you're gonna have it hang like this, and then I'm gonna add a bow. You want the knot so it always kind of stays at the tag, the bow itself. And then I'm going to tack it down with some hot glue just to ensure it stays in that area. See you next month.